Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
The announcement of a ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran brought relief around the world, but many sectors feel it will have minimal effect on oil prices in the Philippines, which have skyrocketed in the past weeks. Prices in the world market have dropped from April 6 to 8. Diesel is down by 7 pesos per liter, gasoline 3 pesos, and kerosene by 5 pesos. However, it is not certain if the same price rollback will be reflected in the Philippines next week. An oil company says the ceasefire helps, but prices may not go down as quickly as it went up.
Malaki po yung relief na po pwede mangyaring pagbaba ng presyo dahil po doon sa ceasefire. Yun lang po at hindi lang po natin nakikita talaga na ito ay magtutuloy-tuloy. No? Pwede rin po kasing itong ceasefire is pag ginage po ng market, talaga po bang tatagal ito o talaga po maglalas until 2 weeks?
Former Energy Secretary Jericho Petilla also says prices may not drop to the pre-war level despite the truce. He says government should focus on securing oil supply contracts.
Will it go down very fast? Not necessarily. Because you have to understand, hindi ito peace talks ang nangyari sa Pakistan. Ceasefire. Oil wells na binombahan. How long will it take to fix it? Pipelines. Gaano katagal?
Many now ask, why are prices not going down despite the ceasefire?
Pag tumaas ang presyo ng crudo, replacement cost. Pag bumaba naman, di ba ang bibilhin mo mura na? Dapat mura na rin ang presyo. Same argument, kaya lang hindi nangyayari.
Petilla is calling for an audit or review of oil companies to determine how prices are set. Energy Secretary Sharon Garin meanwhile says many oil infrastructure were destroyed in the Middle East, which affects the stability of oil prices. An economist urges government to improve energy infrastructure in the country so the Philippines won't have to depend too much on oil in the Middle East.
Even let's say all of this is said and done. Let's say we start, they open up the Strait of Hormuz, everything reopens. I think there's going to be a big lesson learned from the legacy of this crisis that we really need to build energy resilience.
The Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, meanwhile, welcomes the 2-week ceasefire and urges government to use this period to secure vital imports for the country's stock. The Department of Budget and Management says it has allotted 238 billion pesos as part of the Philippines' oil crisis response. Budget Secretary Rolando Toledo says the funds will be used for fuel subsidies, cash assistance, health care support, and other social protection programs. One of these programs is the service contracting of public utility vehicles, which will benefit 50,000 PUV drivers and 15 million passengers.
They have till tomorrow.
The United States is making it clear Lebanon is not part of the 2-week ceasefire arrangement with Iran. White House spokesperson Caroline Leavitt issued the clarification as U.S. negotiators head to Islamabad for the first round of direct talks with the Iranian regime this Saturday.
Would President Trump like to see Lebanon included in this peace deal? As you know, there have been increased Israeli strikes on Lebanon today with dozens of casualties there.
Sure. Lebanon is not part of the ceasefire. That has been relayed to all parties involved in the ceasefire. As you know, Prime Minister Netanyahu put out a statement last night in support of the ceasefire, in support of the United States' efforts, and he's also assured the president they'll continue to be a helpful partner throughout the course of the next 2 weeks.
An Iranian delegation is also expected to arrive at the Pakistani capital on Thursday. But as both sides seek an off-ramp to the conflict, Trump said military assets will remain around Iran. Trump has warned that the U.S. will start shooting again unless Iran complies with terms of the truce. Israel's continuous attacks on the Iran-backed Hezbollah group in Lebanon is threatening to upend the ceasefire. On Wednesday, Iran expressed doubts of a permanent peace deal with the U.S. after Israel's deadly bombing in Lebanon that killed hundreds of people. These conflicting pronouncements have triggered chaos in the Strait of Hormuz. Despite the U.S. demand for safe passage, Iran's state-run Press TV reports vessel movement has halted, with oil tankers forced to turn back following the strikes in Lebanon. This vital waterway, where 20% of global oil supply passed through, was closed after Israel's large-scale strikes across Lebanon on Wednesday. According to shipping analytics firm Kepler, over 1,000 vessels, including 187 tankers, are currently stuck. Analysts warn it will take at least 2 weeks just to clear the queue in the narrow sea lane. The passage is also littered with danger. Iran's Ports and Maritime Organization has released a safe navigation chart due to the threat of sea mines, urging vessels to stick to designated routes. While the Wednesday deal opens the door to potential peace, the Lebanon issue has become the ultimate deal breaker. Without a broader agreement that includes regional proxies, this shaky truce may collapse before the Saturday talks even begin.
I'm Maria Pappas, your Cook County Treasurer. Property taxes are due April 1st. Go to cookcountytreasurer.com and enter your street address to securely pay online. You can also search for more than $124 million in available refunds, missed senior exemptions, and check if your property is at risk of tax sale. Don't wait. Visit cookcountytreasurer.com and pay before the April 1st deadline.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting guest. You've seen him before in my show. This is his second time to be here. And he is a very, very popular and really respectable individual in our country. Not only in our community, but in our country. And his name is Mr. Elad Inbar. And Mr. Elad Inbar is the founder and CEO at Robot Lab Inc., right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Welcome back to our show, Mr. Inbar.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me again. Good to see you.
Okay. All right. And this is just a follow-up. I received your book and thank you so much. And I can't wait to really read it. Really, he's the author of this robot.
Robot Lab. Yeah.
The full title of robots for robotics, right? Robotics for
Yeah. So
and we have some very interesting questions here for him about this book. And he is the owner of the Robot Lab.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, well, I have to tell you something. Ever since I was a young girl, and I'm an old woman right now, I have really been intrigued by robot stories, and I never thought that I would be still living, seeing robots around me these days. So it's really very, very interesting. Quite a very interesting time for all of us.
Yeah.
Welcome to our show, Mr. Inbar.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
First thing, these days, which is a really, really unbelievable to expect. These days, the labor shift, possible that in our labor shift is here, and it will be permanent.
Yes. Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
that how? Can you please say something about that?
Absolutely. So first of all, again, thank you for having me on your show again. We are providing robots to business owners and helping them automate tasks that people don't want to do anymore. So it's not about robots are taking our jobs, kind of thing. It's more about helping business owners stay, open, stay operational when they cannot find people, or not at least at the price that they can pay. And this is something that is very important. This creates the labor shortages that we see in every market and in every industry. It doesn't matter if it's schools or restaurants or hotels or warehouses or assisted living facilities. It's really, really hard to find people to push a vacuum cleaner for 8 hours a day or to move boxes in warehouses. we all got spoiled by Amazon, right? We ordered in the morning, and in the afternoon the box shows up to our door. This is because Amazon was able to automate their warehouses, where robots are basically moving boxes to the packers, and then the boxes get out of the building really, really quickly. The same with assisted living facilities and schools and colleges and hotels, where they cannot find people to vacuum corridors or to clean ballrooms and these kind of spaces. And again, robots are a great resource for everyone to help them finish their tasks, make sure the buildings are in good shape, and safe for the guests and for the customers. So robots are not really taking jobs; they are here to help where people just actually don't want to do that anymore.
And it's just there's nothing we can do about it. They are here.
They're here, and they're bringing
here,
real
and
value.
it has
Absolutely.
moved from experiment to operational.
You're
Isn't that
absolutely right.
amazing?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is not, kind of like a science fiction anymore. What we saw in Rosie, the TV show from the 60s, is actually here today. These robots are actually providing real value today. Just to give you an idea, a robot that can clean floors, okay, can wash the floors, scrub the floors, can clean 100,000 square feet per day all by itself, can discharge dirty water, refill fresh water, go again and again and again. 100,000 square feet per day costs around $27 per day. Okay, we cannot hire anyone to do this type of job, to clean 100,000 square feet for $27. It's impossible. And this is where we really help business owners to stay competitive and be operationally sound when it comes to running their businesses.
And these businesses will really use robots in their operations. Is that some of them use the robots like gadgets, and and it seems that that is not a good idea. That's what can you say about that?
100% agree with you. Robots, I mean, the way that we look at them, robots are basically a digital worker. So as digital workers, they are designed to help, take specific tasks inside the, workflow. So think about, let's say, hotels. Okay, they need, to deliver, let's say, room service items to the rooms or to clean floors. The robots can take a certain, task inside this workflow, because food still need to be prepared and, placed, in the robots. But the robot will take the delivery all the way to the rooms. So the robots are not just a gadget or a toy or just for the novelty of that. They are actually there to perform a specific task. We have many different types of robots. We have actually 7 different categories of robots. All of them are purposely built to deliver exact value that business owner wants. So we have delivery robots that are designed to move stuff in the facility. Can be food in restaurants, can be boxes in warehouses, and so on. We have cleaning robots that can wash the floors, scrub the floors, vacuum carpets, and so on. We have customer service robots. These are robots that are designed to talk to customers, to convey information, to guide them to where they need to go. Think about airports or convention centers or malls and these kind of things. We have security robots that are designed to patrol around perimeters, either indoors or outdoors. We have cooking robots that can help the back of the house to prepare meals. We have firefighting robots that help firefighters, stay safe and not risk themselves. And our recent addition, we have lawn mowing robots, which are all commercial. We are only, dealing with commercial customers. These are robots that are designed to mow the lawn in, city parks and golf courses and airports. Think about all the open spaces between the runways. ways. Instead of people just sitting in tractors for days and days, we can send these robots to actually mow all of that consistently. So these are the things that we are offering business owners. It's not just a cute gimmick kind of thing. These are real value, real business value to the owners.
So the best way to treat the robots is just like treat them right, like a human being.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like everyone. I mean,
And,
everything needs maintenance, needs attention. Absolutely.
So, well. There should be there should be some kind of orientation about how to treat robots somehow.
Yeah.
And
No, you're absolutely right. We actually do that. When we come on site and install robots, we train the team how to do that.
so it's going to be multiplying somehow sooner or later. And all right. Oh, so many workers or employees are really threatened by robots, actually.
That's a good question. Many people ask me this question. That's a really good question because let me share with you how I look at that and how I communicate to my team as well. I don't think robotics and AI will, take jobs, because if you think about it, what is a job? Okay, a job is a set of tasks that we need to perform, right? And we need to perform these tasks in order to achieve the goal that is our position. The transition that we are experiencing right now is that jobs are basically defined tasks in a different way. So instead of doing the things, okay, we are actually managing teams of robots or AI or whatever that can actually do the tasks for us. So our role move from just doing it, like sweat and blood and tears, right, to actually make the the box move from place to place, to become a fleet manager that can manage multiple robots that can do the task for us. Okay, so the job definition is being shuffled. The tasks are being done by automation, and we are managing these groups of robots that can actually do the tasks for us.
I like the statement that robots replace the bottleneck.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And the bottleneck is because, again, we don't have enough people that want to do that. Not everyone wants to work in a warehouse and move boxes all day long. That's the bottleneck, right? And we can actually elevate the jobs by allowing the employees that are working, that willing to do that, to manage a fleet of robots and be more productive, instead of overworking them, forcing them to work shifts of 12 or 14 hours, where later on they are prone to mistakes and accidents and so on. No one wants to be overworked. No human deserves that. But if a human can apply the tasks to a fleet of robots, it can actually be more productive in the same period of time.
Oh, right. Mr. Inbar, how does your company differentiate itself from some of the competitors? There's some, of course, around.
Yeah. In all honesty, we don't have anyone that is doing what we do. There are a few manufacturers from all over the world that are trying to sell, in the US, but they don't really, understand the market. We are the only ones that have over 30 locations nationwide. We are providing our customers last mile, service and deployment and support and repairs, which is really hard to achieve if you're overseas, if you are with other, in other countries. So that's the first thing. We keep expanding. Our goal is to be within a couple of hours of drive from every customer all over the country. This is our goal. We have our location in Latin America, in Bogota, Colombia as well. We keep expanding. We do that by applying a franchise model. So our locations are basically franchise. We have actually in Chicago, we have a very successful franchise over there that's supporting multiple businesses, schools, colleges, and so on, by offering them the automation. So this is something very unique. No one is actually doing that. There is no other, franchise robot out there globally.
just so wild to comprehend. And okay, what is in the offing in the future? Is there more
Um,
future after robots?
of course, I mean, there's always.
Okay.
The most, I would say, the most exciting, near future is what we call humanoid robots. Robots that look like humans, that can walk and have hands and fingers, can manipulate the environment the way that human does. I'm sure many of the listeners and viewers have watched videos of this type of robots. They're not there yet. They're still kind of like a preview of what's coming. But I believe in the upcoming 2 to 3 years, we'll actually have this type of robots, everywhere, walking around us, helping us, make the bed, or take the trash out, or wash the dishes, or whatever we want. We actually have a bet here in the company. I said that by the end of this decade, which is less than 4 years from now, we'll actually have a robot plumber, a robot that will go under your sink, open the pipes, unclog the, whatever is out there, can pull out the dishwasher, or, change the water pump or whatever broke over there. And the kick is it's actually not a robot that you're going to call. It's not going to be like 1-800 robo router or something that will come to you. It's a humanoid robot that you already have at home. You just download an app, and this robot becomes the plumber that you need. I believe it's coming. It's coming faster than what all of us believe. My bet is before the end of this decade, we'll have that available for all of us.
Terrific, terrific. So what does this mean to big cities? Big cities in our country, like Chicago, where I live.
Mhm.
So how they're going to how are they going to be coping up with all the
So
robots around them?
Yeah, so big cities are actually going to be the biggest beneficiaries of that. One of the companies that we work with is offering, growth on hydroponic growth of food, tomatoes and all kinds of different things based on hydroponics. The big challenge that we have today is that vegetables that you purchased in the supermarket, grew in California, or in other states, right? Most of the cost of almost everything that we are purchasing is for transportation. Okay, transporting the goods to the distribution center to the to the grocery store, and so on and so on. And we can cut a lot of that by offering production in cities, especially now when a lot of office buildings are half empty. What we are starting to see is companies take this office space in the city and basically create a whole vertical farm. Okay, on floor 32, right? There is a vertical farm that grows, herbs and vegetables and so on, all of that with hydroponics. And with automation, we can actually get to the point that, the supermarket at the ground level basically get all their groceries, all their, vegetables and everything from the farm in a few floors above them. This is going to cut the cost drastically. Right, so a tomato doesn't cost $1.50 anymore. It can cost cents just because it was growing just like a couple of floors up. We don't need to pay drivers. We don't need to pay trucking companies. We don't need to have all the logistics around all of that, because a driver needs a bed, needs to sleep somewhere. It can drive more than 8 hours. That's the rules. So all of this cost is being piled onto our groceries. And now we can actually, inside cities, we can actually raise and grow all of these, autonomously. These are great, inventions that we'll get by applying these type of technologies.
Terrific, terrific. Oh, is that a showroom in your backdrop there?
Yeah, this is our office. We have a few robots over here. If you can see it, there's this one over here. It's a lawn mowing robot. This robot can do up to
showroom. All
Yeah.
right.
So this
Very
robot can do
good.
up to 22 acres per day.
Mr. Inbar, you know what? Next time I invite you for an interview in my show again, how I wish by the time I could really have a robot as my companion in my household.
Absolutely.
To do my household chores.
Yeah, it's going to be
Wouldn't it be
faster than what
nice?
you all believe.
All right, great, terrific. One last word before we sign
Yeah.
off.
Stay up to date because this market is changing so fast. Every morning I wake up and it's like, oh, that's new. I didn't know that. And this is happening to me. Just stay up to date. Things are happening really, really fast. Embrace the future. It's here.
All right, great, terrific. Thank you so much for gracing our show today, and I wish you good luck, more luck in this really wild, robotic world.
Thank you very much.
Okay, see you next time, and
Thank you.
bye now.
Bye-bye.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Kung natapos ko ang aking pag-aaral, di sana'y mayroon na akong dangal na ihaharap sa'yo at ipagyayabang. Sa panaginip lang ako may pagdiriwang. Yaman at katanyagan sa akin ay wala. Kakisigan ko ay bunga ng isang sumpa. Ang aking inay ang tangi kong tagahanga. Sa panaginip lang ako may nagagawa.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer the question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
more fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today I have a very interesting personality from Arizona, and she's a book author, and her name is Leslie Lee Sanders. Welcome to our show, Miss Sanders. And
thank you for having me.
Leslie is the author of the Ready to Listen, a spiritual self-memoir. And she's also, besides being a book author, she's also an advocate. Anyway, welcome to our show, Miss Leslie.
Thank you.
Okay, so I know this is not the only book that you've written. You've written several other books before this. And
that's correct.
So far the latest, and I find it quite intriguing. Okay, in this book, Ready to Listen, you've touched many people's psyche, and and that is the use of our intuition. Okay, all right, Leslie, how did you find yourself writing this Ready to Listen book?
Yeah, well, it started at 2024, the end of that year, when there was a lot of political things going on in the US. And at the time, I felt silenced. I felt dismissed. I felt like my words and my thoughts and actions and who I was as a person was being, dismissed. And so I had the courage to put the book into being to help other women who may be feeling the same way and who may want to reach out to the universe and listen to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities that it has to guide us to get us to where we want to go and make sure our goals could be met. And so, yes, that's where I started. I really had to get into that, trusting my intuition to be able to bring it into physical form. And I talk about that in the book actually as well.
Oh, no, that's quite interesting. You've, since childhood, yeah, you're right. Oh, we were told to shut up, keep quiet, be silent, and just listen.
Exactly.
Okay. And now that you're grown up, here you are writing a book about that childhood. And in the process, you've shared your kind of gift or intellect,
Yes.
using your intuition. That's very interesting, which sometimes I really find myself doing that.
Right.
So
And that's a good thing.
I really quite understand. Okay, so tell us some more about this book.
Yeah, so when I was young, as you mentioned, I heard a lot from my parents, from elders, from teachers, from authority figures to speak when you're spoken to. You know, don't talk back. Sit still, be quiet. That sort of thing. And so it was conditioned into me to stay silent. And as I grew into an adult, I realized I am now living a life that other people put on me instead of finding my authentic self and putting that out to the world. And so through this book, I learned to connect not only with my angel guides, my spirit guides, the universe in general, but myself, through self-reflection to figure out who I am and what I want in life and to go after it. And with the help from the universe or source, God, angels, spirit guides, kind of leads me on that path. And in the book, I speak about that and show the tools that I used and allow readers, especially women who may be feeling the same way, to identify that in their life as well and make sure that they could listen and interpret to the signs, symbols, and synchronicities around them and get them to where they want to go, because they have more power than a lot of us believe or was put on us as a child.
All right. Well, how can you describe yourself? Oh, are you more of a spiritual person, a psychic person, or or universal person? Well, whatever description you want to say, please share it with us.
I'm more of a spiritual person. I don't necessarily believe in a specific religion. I believe that there's something greater than us, and I believe that that something is guiding us. And I like to look at life as like a tree, and I call it the tree of life, like the one behind me on the wall. We are on a path that we are trying to get to the top of the tree where the fruits are the best, the sweetest, the ripest. And that is our fate. We already chose where we're going to go in life. However, our free will allows us to use the many branches to decide how we're going to get to the top, how we're going to get that goal, how we're going to achieve that thing, that wish fulfillment. And so that's how I like to look at life. And that's how my guides show me in metaphorical terms how life is. And yeah, I speak about that a lot in Ready to Listen, and I show how I do it, how I connect, and how others could do that too.
And you find it helps in a way in your day-to-day dealing with the people, right?
Oh, yes.
Using your inner self, your intuition.
That's correct. Because
so when you write the book, okay, you wrote this book sharing your special gift with the readers. Okay, but what is your special message?
Well, my message has always been to focus on your purpose. Now, we all have a purpose. If you don't understand what your purpose is, this book is a great way to find that, to, go through self-reflection, to figure out who you are, strip off all the masks that society put on us, and learn who you are, what you want in life, and that will lead you to your purpose. The purpose in life for a lot of us as human beings is to live and to learn. And we live and learn through our experiences. And when we look at our experiences as something that hinders us or stop us or prevents us from moving forward, that's just being comfortable in our bubble. That's being comfortable being where we're at. And so when you focus on purpose, you can move things forward to make sure you have everything you want that will fulfill you in business, family, money, financial, career, whatever it is. And that's my mission, that's my purpose, to remind women, people everywhere, that they have that power.
Do you consider yourself some kind of a special person on this earth by possessing such gift from God?
I do not. I don't think I'm special. I think I'm a human, just like every other human. I think they too have this ability. A lot of people may not believe it, and a lot of people may not know how to tune into it, but it is there for all of us. A lot of the times it comes around as symbols and signs and synchronicities. That's how the universe communicates to us, because we're in a 3D world. And so we won't be able to interpret spiritual connection or messages or insight without it filtering through our 3D. And so a lot of the times you will see like a butterfly is a symbol for transformation or change. And so if you're in a moment where you're wondering, should I quit this job? Or should I move to the next level? Or should I move to a new home or a new country? and you see a butterfly, that's probably your sign that yes, you should make that move. So yeah.
Terrific. Terrific. Okay. Where do our viewing audience, where can they get or pick up a copy of your book? And also, before we sign off, a special message to our viewing audience.
Well, you could pick up Ready to Listen on online bookstores, especially Amazon.com, and more information on my website at llsanders.com. And I want to leave you with one last message. Remember, no matter what, you have the power to create the change you want in your life. No matter what obstacles are on your path, you have that power. And if you feel like you don't have any power, this is the book that will help you regain it. All you have to do is make sure you have time for self-reflection and time for yourself to read the book and to apply the knowledge. And I promise you that your life will change.
Terrific, terrific. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
Miss
you for having me.
Leslie Sanders, a very popular book author, and we wish you good luck with
Thank you so
the release
much.
of this new book, and more power to you, and keep us updated. And
Sounds great.
all right, and maraming salamat, Leslie. Thank you very much in our language. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now, Leslie, and good luck.
Thank you.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon, this is Bridget Karina Quetter bringing you this week's local news from our community. Residents may not always know what chemicals are used in their community or how to interpret the safety codes posted on certain buildings. That's why agencies, including the Illinois Emergency Management Agency and Office of Homeland Security, Illinois Department of Labor, Illinois Environmental Protection Agency, the Illinois Fire Service Institute, and local fire and emergency management partners monitor and manage this critical information. These subject matter experts know what materials are considered hazardous, providing advice to businesses and others on hazardous material safety, and provides a system for reporting spills or other potentially dangerous releases. These Hazardous Materials Safety Month, IEMA OHS hopes everyone takes some time to learn about potential hazards in their communities. Being proactive and safety conscious is key, said IEMA OHS Acting Director Theodore Berger. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office is hosting its 6th Cook County Missing Persons Day event to connect those who have long-term missing loved ones with resources and experts. Those whose friends and family have been missing more than 1 month will be able to file a missing persons report, submit DNA samples, medical records, pictures, and other files to aid in the search. Emotional support services will also be available to families. Missing Persons Day will be held on Saturday, April 18th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, 2121 West Harrison Street, Chicago. The Office of the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County is warning residents about a fraudulent notice falsely presented as an official court communication involving an alleged parking violation. The notices are being sent by text and by U.S. Postal Service. The scam document is designed to look like a court notice and directs recipients to scan a QR code to make a payment. It is not a legitimate notice from the Circuit Court of Cook County or the clerk's office. Residents should not scan the QR code and should not submit payment through any unsolicited link and should not share personal or financial information in response to this notice. The Illinois Department of Employment Security announced that the unemployment rate was 4.9% in January, up 0.2 percentage points from December and up 0.2 percentage points from the same month 1 year ago, based on data provided by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. The revised December unemployment rate was 4.7%. Total non-farm payrolls increased over the month in January, up 18,000 or 0.3% to 6,166,800, and the largest monthly increase since June 2023. The December monthly change in payrolls was revised from the preliminary report from up 11,800 to up 11,600. The January payroll jobs estimate and unemployment rate reflect activity for the week, including the 12th. The industry sectors with the largest over-the-month jobs increases included construction, up 13,500, manufacturing, up 8,400, and trade, transportation, and utilities, up 1,800. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Giannoulias announced nearly $950,000 will be returned to Illinois investors as part of a $19 million multi-state settlement involving 5 major brokerage firms accused of charging unfair fees on small stock trades. The firms, Edward Jones, LPL Financial, RBC, Stifel, and TD Ameritrade, were found by regulators in multiple states to have charged unreasonably high commissions on small dollar trades during a 5-year period, hurting everyday investors. The settlement was part of a broader enforcement action coordinated through the North American Securities Administrators Association's broker-dealer section, which included assistance from the Illinois Secretary of State's Securities Division. The National Council on Alcoholism and Drug Dependence sponsors Alcohol Awareness Month every April to increase public awareness, provide education, and advocate for effective prevention, treatment, and recovery services to support individuals and communities affected by substance use issues. This month recognizes individuals struggling with alcoholism and the negative effects of alcohol. It also aims to raise awareness and eliminate harmful stigmas surrounding alcoholism. The observance reminds us that every person has value, regardless of their circumstances, and that it is never too late to seek and receive help for substance abuse. Alcohol Awareness Month is also a call to address and prevent underage drinking, especially among teenagers. NCADD reports the age when individuals first start drinking alcohol is crucial, and it can influence their future health and social outcomes. Early initiation of alcohol consumption has been correlated with a higher likelihood of facing challenges in both academic and social spheres. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in this court.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily It's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and like keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be like someone to start that conversation.
You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents.
This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
Yes.